And welcome back, everyone, to another week of the TNT draft season. This is week 6. And let me tell you, you guys suck ass. Major ass. It is so bad that the authorities came and they got my ass. They got me. But you know what? I'm so angry. Fuck you.
And Tristan, I don't know what to tell you, man. We can't be having this on our show, man.
I'm fucking free. And I am the heel this week, Dylan.
Oh, no,
I'm the heel.
No, Tristan, no.
Welcome.
Dozey does not appreciate your villainous actions, Tristan.
Oh, I'm the villain this week, buddy. I'm the fucking villain. And I'm allowed to as well. You guys maybe watch some of these dog shit sets, so I'm going to be talking about it, all right? It's fucking horrible. But you know what? Some of you played well. And guess what? Those people will get their just desserts. But regardless, welcome everybody. It's great to see you. Week 6. We're getting high up there. We're getting high up there. We're getting really
halfway.
Halfway. Welcome. Halfway there, right? And some of you clearly have thrown in the towel. I can already see.
And some of you are living on a prayer.
Yeah. But without further ado, I think we should just jump into it.
You think we should?
And I think we're starting off with one of the best sets this week.
I
The
agree.
Vegas Valiants versus the Ohio Obstagoons. Now, I'm going to get my quick thing out because I know how you feel about the dreaded rock slide. But game 1, welcome to the Luke special. It's rock slides. It's raining rocks. It's raining rocks. And yeah, there was like 4 or 5 flinches that game? I think it was 5 exactly. Yeah,
yes.
it was horrendous. Fucking horrendous.
No, it was a complete nightmare. It was a complete nightmare.
Oh, if I was Star, I'd be throwing the controller. I'd fucking throw the keyboard. I'd throw the monitor. But she locked in. And let me tell you, so we've talked about Star, right? She's looked a little bit iffy this whole season. This week 6 Star, that's the Star I remember. That's the Star that was a previous champion in this league. And it was fantastic. Great brings. Vaporeon looked fantastic. Great bring this week. And it just kind of won you the game, like flat out. And Cofagrigus, of course, still really good.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you look at Vaporeon, you look at Cough, both were excellent. You look at Star this week, and you just saw her play solidly. It looked like the prep was better. It just looked like a completely different player than we've seen the first 5 weeks, and you hope it continues. You just hope it's not too little too late.
Yeah, no. And I think there is time. Other than that, I mean, Luke's team still looks really good, and we'll talk about it later, but I think it's going to get better.
We'll talk about some things later.
Yeah, I think it's going to get better.
Luke looked good. Looked good. I would say for him, this looked uninspired, but not necessarily bad. I mean, he clearly didn't have any answers for Vaporeon.
No, that's the big thing. It's rock side and a prayer, and guess what? It won you one game, but it didn't win you the set. So overall, though, this simply good. It was good. You played great, Star. I'm proud. All right, I'm proud. But that pride is gone.
Entering this week, we had the 4-1 Moonlight Dracos, but sadly, that is no longer the case.
Yeah, so the Chappelle Murkroans versus Moonlight Dracos. Oh my gosh, Tyler versus
whoever they are.
And I'm gonna say this in the nicest way possible. You both were playing blind. I swear to God, if you told me you were blindfolded that whole time, or you were turned around, randomly scrolling around with your mouse, randomly picking moves, I would fucking believe it. Because, I'll be honest with you, some of the most questionable plays I've seen this season. This was by far, that might have been one of my least favorite sets to ever watch. Dylan watched my live reaction, I was pissed.
I was here. We watched this shortly before we started recording this episode. Yeah, I remember. We
do it just to, like, refresh, right? What the fuck was that mouse hold set? Like, I saw so much struggling from Tyler to try to get around taunt. Because if he got taunted, he had nothing but Super Fang. And Dylan brought up a great move. Feint. Feint would have been fantastic. Why the fuck didn't you bring it? What would After You do for you? Clearly nothing. It didn't do anything, Tyler.
also think if you're struggling that much with the idea of being taunted, you should just run Mental Alert Mouse, and I think you would have gotten more value out of it.
And I get it, you had it on Auto, but I mean, you brought Mousehold more. And again, it's just, if you don't have Mental Alert on a Mon, there is no fucking reason why I should only have one attacking move. And an attacking move that cannot kill. If it was like an attacking move that could kill, fine, right?
I think it's reasonable. I just don't like the After You bring. That's my issue. I don't think After You did enough in that set to justify bringing it.
I'm sorry. I don't like Super Fang as, like, I think if you're only bringing Super Fang, it has to be on a team that doesn't have taunt or fast taunt, and you weren't against that this week. So I didn't like the mouse set, but don't worry, because I didn't like how Pierre played.
More.
I didn't like how Pierre played this whole time. So many times there was just such a lack of awareness of everything that was going on, like an incredible lack. There was game 2, I think it was, a absolute fucking free flare blitz on a Vanillix that would have won Pierre easily game 2, which he won end of the day, but it would no contest.
Because he got a double protect, yeah.
But, yeah, he didn't that's another thing, right? A double protect that didn't even need to happen, right? It didn't even need to happen, right? That was on that turn too, wasn't it? He protected in front of a Vanillux, which he was faster than.
Yeah, which he was faster than, yeah.
Because he was, but I didn't know if he was Scarfed. You were +1!
Well, it was Scarfed. It was Scarfed. I mean, everyone knew it was Scarfed.
It doesn't matter. Like, if you're +1, you're going to be faster. Yeah. So if you did that, you would have won. But you were so afraid of, dude, I don't know, the second Vanillix hiding behind. The fast Vanillix, not in the
And
room.
also, Tyler is never going to plan around Vanillix being faster there. Even if he was fast, he's never going to plan around that. You can't take that chance. There
was just such a lack of awareness from Pierre, and it was on several occasions that it just was like, what were you fucking focusing? Were you there? Where were you, bud? Where were you? Get the baguette out of your mouth. Focus on the game. God.
Tristan, it's okay. It's okay. You know what?
It was bad.
It was a game 3 set. It was down to the wire. Anything could have happened.
Oh, God, dude. And you miss a Leaf Storm. Boo-hoo, right? Listen, that's another thing, right? You got unlucky with the Leaf Storm miss. That ain't the reason why you lost the set. I'm going to be real with you. That ain't the reason. All right? It sucks. It hurts. I'll give you that. And guess what? Tyler didn't play much better either. It was just a fucking hodgepodge of bullshit.
Also, I don't know why not fake out Audino if you're doing that turn 1.
Yeah, that's the other thing. That's the other thing. The Mousehold didn't have Mental Herb, and you're like, nothing here has Mental Herb. I'm gonna let the Audino get up Trick Room. Like, what the fuck were you thinking? What were you thinking? Like, seriously, this is just not. It's not funny. It's not fucking funny. You got away with the Mousehold taunt. Yeah, you're not gonna be like, this Audino might have Mental Herb. There's no thought about that. Game 3. It was not good play from either of them, and I could go on for a long time. That much of them made.
We could make the whole episode about this.
Honestly, there was just so many questionable plays. Like I could do a whole fucking like turn by turn focus, and like turn by turn review, and it would just be me screaming.
Maybe we'll post that on the Twitter. It'll be a 20-minute video of you breaking down this set.
I don't think my voice could take that. I would be screaming too much. It was horrendous.
But listen, you know, when you play bad, you get a win. You're still happy at the end of the week. So
I'm not. I had to watch that shit.
Tyler is.
I don't give a shit what Tyler's happy with. I'm not. My happiness is more important than yours, Tyler.
I mean, when you put it like that, you know what I think. You know what I think you need, Tristan.
What?
I think you need to move on to your best friend boost. I think we need to talk about happier. Oh,
my beloved, my boy. Oh, the only reason
you already have a boy? What are we doing?
The only reason I commentate this damn league is for boost. And what I can say is this: he didn't bring the most creative team in the world. A bunch of in-tim pivots, which we love in-tim pivots, but he
the
won.
Old fan. Gotta love the fan.
He won well. And yeah, the boost or the Wattrels versus the Mences, right? And what I can say is this. I didn't see a whole lot. Like, there was a couple of questionable plays when it came to Palafin. I think last game, the wave crash, I didn't like that.
Yes, Palafin got stuck on the field. Yes.
Yeah, and you never want that for Palafin, right? It can never get stuck on the field. It's just, it doesn't have, but if it's not in zero form, it doesn't have the stats to contend, like, flat out. But one thing I really do like, and I'll say this to death, White Herb Arcanine to counter
With combat. Yeah.
with combat to counter specifically Harkanine was brilliant. Tinkerton was played brilliantly that game. We didn't see fake out. We didn't know if it had fake out. It didn't need it. It looked great. And it countered Mimikyu if it came because it was Mold Breaker.
Right.
Fantastic.
No, I think Boost played great. I'm not gonna keep going on that. You seem to do that enough. But for the Mences and Olive, you see the issue that Burner brought up many times ago about, is this team too physically leaning?
Yeah.
And you're kind of seeing it play out now.
Yes.
Now, Boost has great Intimidate pivots. Not every team's going to have that. But is Charm an issue? Is Baby Doll Eyes an issue? Is Intim, we can go on and on. Burn's an issue. It's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, and reflects are being thrown out constantly nowadays. It happens a lot. So, yeah, I mean, it's just something you might need to go to you might need to make some team changes. Flat out, right? But overall, I think it was a good set. One of the few good sets. One of the good ones. I'll be honest. The first half of this week, oh, fuck. Never mind. It had two of the best sets and two of the worst sets. And we're going to hop into that other worst set. How about that? Unless you had something else to say.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, let's just get into it. The Psyspammers against the Glitzy Glaive Rushers. Mm-hmm. And, in my lifetime, I have watched a lot of Pokemon in my life, Tristan.
Yeah?
I've been there since day one.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm very old. I'm very wise as well. Zoroark, base Zoroark. I love me Hisuian Zoroark. Love it. Base Zoroark. Did not like it. I want to issue my formal apology right here, right now to Niue, because he proved something wrong this week by using that base Zoroark. However, I have never seen King Gambit be more terrified of a team with all psychic types and the only move to hit it being base Zoroark Focus Blast.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is the thing that I noticed this week. Now, in the end, Izzy lost due to Electro Web Miss. But also knew I should have just doubled the Heliolisk. That was incredibly stupid not to. Mm-hmm. He just won the game if he just doubled the Heliolisk. So, I mean, you give or take. But also Flame Body Talonflame was here. Mm. That was fun.
Right.
Yeah. That was fun. I just don't know that Izzy brought anything threatening. I don't know how you don't bring Gambit every game into this team. I just feel like Gambit ran this team frontwards, backwards, sideways every day.
100%.
I don't know.
100%. And I think this links into a point I actually made, which I forgot to bring up today, right? But I made this to Dylan earlier. And it's, some of you have the tendency to not be able to balance this idea of playing safe and playing risky. You either say it's all one or all the other, right? And I'm here to tell you, it's actually kind of a balance. When you have the lead, and I saw this a lot during the TKL set, right? Or when you have a really fucking good advantage, you cannot just refuse to bring it thinking about the what ifs, or refuse to do it thinking about the what ifs. And I think that leads great into this Gambit argument. Sure, Focus Blast kind of fucks Gambit. Here's the thing, it's fucking Focus Blast. It's Focus Blast. And it's all from a Zoroark. It's not a Pokemon. It doesn't even have Focus. It didn't have Focus Sash, didn't have anything. Right? That's really...
It's Scarfed.
It's Scarfed. Yeah. It's really easy to, you protect once from Focus Blast, you swing into Zoroark, kill it. Guess what? Gambit wins you the game. Gambit wins you the game. And I think Izzy was trying to play so safe that she did not just make the obvious answer of just bringing Gambit because of the fear of Zoroark. And again, it comes back to, you gotta balance this idea of being risky and being safe. If you're in the lead, or if you have an advantage, take it. Do not free throw this from the half court trying to hit just a random fucking ball. Right? Don't
try to be Big Duzzy in the free throw contest.
We'll see. Don't just fucking try to sink it, right? play to your outs. But if you are losing and you need to make a call, do it. And I think that's something a lot of you need to do. And guess what? Some of the players who actually have better win rates, I think, or who have played better on average, and I'm going to say Boost, Monica, two people who are really, really good and have shown off this season why they're so good, put this philosophy to the test.
I would actually say one thing real quick about that. The Furrets, who are also 5-1, I think they have done that incredibly well. I think he has been very good about risk management.
Yes. Critical Rants as well. Fantastic. All three, I'd probably say, no offense, Dylan, out of all the play of this league, those three have consistently been the best. And I think Switch and you have been there, kind of, with a couple of iffy situations here or there. But point being is you really need to balance that, right? You can lean a little bit one way or a little bit other way. That's okay. But you can't be like, I'm going to be all risky or I'm going to be all fucking playing safe.
The worst thing to do is be all safe, honestly. Like, I would rather see teams just start taking chances.
Oh, absolutely.
But the worst thing you can be is all safe. I've seen so many people lose. I lost the Switch that way. There's so many ways you can lose by playing safe. If you play risky the entire game, it's also bad, but, like, you can at least cover yourself a bit. Right. You can't do that if you play safe.
No, absolutely. Like, the whole point is, again, it's kind of like poker. It's kind of like poker. You can't bluff all the time, right? But you're not always, you can't be honest all the time. You have to kind of mix up your options. It's like anything in life. You can't pick one or the other. And, I mean, I've seen a lot of you hide behind Protect way too much. And I've seen people throwing out double Protects when they don't need to. And just refusing to just make a risk. You got to make it sometimes. And I think that was the biggest thing that happened this set. Other than that, one thing I didn't want to mention about the Psyspammers is you brought Starmie and you picked up a win. I think there's
it's the best mon on that team, really. When you really think about sweepers, that is your best mon. Emphasize it. Trade Scovillain. I am begging you right now, Nue. Please trade Scovillain. You're not using it. You don't look like you have any plans of using it. It is better to get some value out of it. It is a great Pokemon that could be better elsewhere. You just need to try to make a move. I get you don't want to get rid of it. I get the value of it, but you're not using it.
Yeah. It feels like Nue, I'm new to the league, of course, is more afraid to make trades than pick up free agents. And that's something, man, you got to make trades. You got to make trades.
I mean, he did make a couple. But
he made a couple?
Yeah, it's... Yeah, he did. He
made it, okay.
So, I mean, we'll get into that in the transaction section. But,
well, he made it this week, right? Because I don't remember a whole lot of trades from previous weeks. So
no, he had made one before, and that was the Glamora and Mega Gardevoir for Komodo and Sylveon. Trade.
Oh, yeah.
So that was the only one he had made before. He definitely just needs to realize what pieces he's using on his team and what he's not, and what is going to go into his weeks.
Right. And yeah, again, Izzy, last thing is, no, never, ever bring a team like Game 3 again. I don't know what the...
It was just so weak. There's so many ways to lose when you bring those 4 Pokemon.
There was no... Prim did nothing. Prim did absolutely nothing. It picked up a kill, but it was not helping you in the least. It didn't.
No, and either way, like I said, that Electroweb, it shouldn't have mattered because if Nue just hits the right Pokemon in the first place, none of this matters.
So, yeah, I mean, again, it's kind of a situation where I don't think there was a ton of focus. I think that's the big thing, right?
And I think Izzy, to her credit, did say that she didn't have much time or motivation to prep this week. So, that can factor in things.
Happens to the best of us, right? Listen, this is a learning resource, and I'm gonna give you some shit, but end of the day, right? I want to see you succeed more than anybody. I want to see all of you succeed because I like good content. I don't have biases.
He doesn't want to see me succeed.
Actually. Oh yeah, I mean, I take it back. Everyone but Dylan. I don't have biases for anyone except Dylan. It's not the bias he wants. Point being though is take this with a speck of salt, right? I'm exaggerating a little bit. It's not by that much. It's a little bit. But seriously, yeah. Focus up, build a little bit better, and don't get just stuck in your ways. Be adaptable. Adapt.
And Tristan.
What's up?
You know what the best way to focus and adapt is?
I was about to do it! This is my transition, and you stole it! You bastard! You bastard! You bastard!
To our goats at Dubby. Big Dub, be a Big Dub, We went the big tub of Big Dub, you know what I'm saying?
We're not doing this again, but what I will say is this. Listen, end of the day, you all deserve a little bit of energy because you need it. I watched your play. You fucking need it. All right, you need a little pick-me-up. Yeah, you need a little. Hey, unless you get yourself 12 hours of sleep or get yourself an energy drink. And if you're gonna get yourself an energy drink, why not get something cheaper, healthier, and something that supports your favorite league? Dubby! What's great about Dubby? It comes in a nice little container. It gets you a little bit more water, natural ingredients, all the energy you can need, and you get 10% off by using our code from the affiliate link down below. Isn't that great?
Damn right. Damn.
Isn't that great?
It is great. Save 10%. It is great to have that clean energy in your body. And you know what else is great, Tristan?
What was that?
The Relic of Rationale this week.
Yeah, no. Okay, so let's talk about this a little bit. So, first and foremost, going out from last week, you picked a win against Ivy. Looked really good. Ivy was upset with their team. Makes sense. A fantastic trade for the GOAT. The old man Mega.
Burner?
Yeah, he's actually a Mega now. Crazy. No.
Mega Burner, okay.
Mega Burner, dude. It's better than normal burner. It's Mega Burner.
Mega Professor Dynamite.
Yeah, Professor Dynamite. But no, Mega Drampa looked great this week. It looked fantastic. And already I think Ivy's team looks a lot better. Now that wasn't all that got you the win. Someone might have been not all there. Our favorite person, Faye.
They were all there for that set. The problem with Faye is that, well, okay, for one, Ivy played really well. I really like Chandeler's role this week.
Oh,
for two,
really good.
Back to Faye is that Faye's roster
is not that good. It's not that good.
No,
it's not that good.
And I think there's too much reliance on options that don't have consistency outside of like a Gudra, which again could have had a Dragon move, it didn't. But like whatever, mate, you're prepping for different stuff. That's fine.
Yeah.
But there's too much reliance on stuff that is not consistent, is outright just not consistent.
Yeah.
And I think that really does not bode well for them. It's Pokemon that are on the lower rung. People don't want them. People don't want to make trades with Faye. No. They had to go to their buddy to get a trade. Like, there's nobody that wants to make trades with that roster because of how poor it is.
Yeah, it's not because of Faye, it's because of the roster. That's what we keep telling ourselves.
Well, both, but no, the roster as well is just not bad. I mean,
no, it's not.
But no, it's not great. And Faye did not play great this week, and Ivy did.
Yeah,
I mean that's the story.
We've kept talking about this, and I'm going to keep talking about it. Right? We all have our favorites. One of Faye's major downfalls in draft, and sometimes in actual format, but I think it's a little less of an issue, is that they will pick their favorite Pokemon and they will ride that Mon to the sunset, regardless if that is going to be to victory or to the graveyard. It doesn't fucking matter.
You take it as far as you can, yeah.
Exactly. And while it pays off for them in some leagues, right? It doesn't in others. And I think this is one of them where they love Mega Clef.
I think it still had to come because it's still a Clefable.
Absolutely. But it's the Mega Clef that started all this, right? If you weren't so focused on Mega Clef, this roster would be so much better. No one else wants it.
Yes, and yeah.
It's you're focusing all your synergy around it because that's it's your last ditch effort. It isn't good. And it makes me question, right? You love Gambit. Why weren't we? I know you won't play with the new Pokemon. I get it.
Well, Faye got sniped. Faye Gambit.
That's true, but that's the point, right? And that's what we're getting. Delphox got sniped, but you still stuck with Clef, and I think you could have switched off of it.
Well, I think everybody wants to make a Clef. That's not the problem. Everybody wants that Mon. Everybody talks about how great that Mon is. Faye doesn't want to give it up, and Faye brings it every week.
I'm sorry. I just think Clef is too. It requires too many resources in order to actually get up and going most of the time.
I don't think so, because at the end of the day, it's a follow me fairy type. So, like in the worst case, you still just have that. It's just there's no good Pokemon around it. Faye just has the bargain bin roster.
I think that's my main thing though, because it's just not that good of a threat. It's not like pick one around one pick that your whole team can be played around it. And that's what Faye wanted.
No, but like you could reasonably pick Mousehold in the first round. I wouldn't have shot you over it because Mousehold, you just build some good mons around it. And I think Clef could be that way. It's just like there's nothing here.
But I feel like Mouse and Clef are a little bit differently, right? And the way Faye designed the team was not like that. It wasn't like a situation.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a situation where Clef was the centerpiece, right? It wasn't just benefiting the other mons, right? It was the centerpiece. The team was built around it, and that's the main issue at hand. And that's what always if Faye's favorite mon isn't really dominant, that is their continued pitfall. The season where this worked for them was with Stack Attack because it was just that good. This has been a continued pitfall, and it needs to change. I get wanting to play with your favorites, right? Listen, Mega Mawile has always been my favorite. I am not building a team only around Mega Mawile, though, because I want to get wins, okay? And Faye
the other thing with Stack Attack, if you remember that season, is because Burner was able to convince Faye to go get Walking Wake and build the Sun mode. It wasn't just a Stack Attack team. The issue with Faye's building every single season is that it's way too passive and there's not multiple modes, and they get locked in on one strategy, like you're saying. That's what kills them.
That's true. I agree. But yeah, overall, I think Izzy played really... God fucking damn, Ivy played really well. And I think Faye didn't play as well. Ditto looked kind of good, though. Ditto looked interesting.
Ditto had a chance, but I don't think Ditto's sticking around. But, you know.
No, overall, though, it's just something for Faye to consider next season. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But let's jump into... this was actually a really good set. I like this set a lot. The Fortree Furrets versus the Las Vegas Alligators. And ring the bells! The Queen has fallen! It is now the 5-1 Las Vegas Alligators. The Queen has fallen 5-1, and the Fortree Furrets now stand tied at the top of the division. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? A little bit of competition.
It is a little bit of competition. You know, I want to give credit to the Furrets first here because when I prepped Monica this week, and I looked at the roster, and I think everybody against the Furrets, this is a PSA for everybody. If you don't have a fighting type against them,
you're fucked.
Good luck.
You're
good luck, because you're never killing Kangaskhan ever.
No. And so you also have Umbreon, too. Issue. Umbreon is also another issue, which a fighting type could fix. But if you don't have a fighting type...
Right. No. Right, so if you get into a point where your roster doesn't have a fighting type for a week or something, you're like already 90-10.
Yeah.
Like that's where the matchup flips. Because everything on this team, Mega Kangaskhan is such a good Pokemon. I'm so glad the Furrets have used it well. I'm really impressed by the way he's played. He plays consistently. There's nothing flashy about what he does, but it's consistency.
It's consistency.
And that can be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that wins seasons.
Oh, for sure. I think the Arch Poly Rain mode is also great. I think there's still, like, problems on this roster. I think Mega Crab has yet to get going, and I'm not sure it ever will, because of how good Kanga is. Yeah. Kind of a good problem to have. But how good that Mega Kangaskhan has been? Yeah. Really good stuff from the Furrets. If you're the Gators, if you're Monica, you're not beating yourself up too much about this. This matchup was just brutally difficult for her. It's fine. She's getting reinforcements. But like if you have to play like that tight on that like much of a tightrope for a set, you know you're in a tough spot.
It didn't change that much. It didn't change that much. No, I agree.
Right.
I agree. And yeah, I listen. I'll kind of counter that. I listen. I think Rand's team is fantastic. The more the season goes on, it is just consistency central, and you see how well he's operating with it, and he's utilizing every piece of his draft. Right? Yeah, Crabominable isn't being used that much, but Typhlosion, fantastic. Yeah. Looked great this week. Umbreon, great bring. The Eevees did really well. Welcome to Unite, I guess. I'm getting Unite flashbacks, right? Vaporeon and Umbreon.
Yeah, really.
Both of them looked fantastic, right?
Even Sylveon and Jolteon came this week, so we had a lot of Eevees.
Yeah, no, one of them got fucking slammed, though, a couple times. That's true. But, no, Kanga looked just insanely dominant, man. Hey, taking me back to Gen 6, man. That's what that felt like.
No, it was so strong. And I think another thing that has happened in the history of this league, Whimsicott is such a broken Pokemon and should be going from the top 3 picks of every draft. It is consistently broken every single season.
Yeah, we have to look at I would really like to see the statistics of seeing which mon has been on the most winning teams, and I think it has been Whimsicott at this
I
point.
think it's Whimsicott.
Because it was on Pickle's team during Mega Format. It was on
It was
team.
on 2 of Burner's teams,
Yeah.
I think.
And then we might see another one with Rants.
I think there may have even been another one in there. It's been no matter what, Whimsicott teams have always made playoffs and had a great record. I feel like I might be forgetting a couple, but they're always near the top.
And because guess what? It's the opposite of the Clefable syndrome. It's you pick Whimsicott first, and it benefits every other single mon on that team. It benefits them. It's not taking the limelight from them, and that's what's really great about it. Overall, though, Rants, fantastic player.
Great job, the Rants.
Really good shit, right? Well, very, very high quality. One of the best matches this week. I think the last couple ones are really just good to average, right? We've gone past the shitstorm. Congratulations, Dylan. We did it. But no, fantastic. It was really good. But let's jump into the next match, shall we? So we have the Core Enforcers versus the Rudens of Cairo, and with an upset, the Enforcers actually took it this time. Enforcers take a win over Switch. And what I can say is this, jumping in. Really great game 1 from Switch. Fantastic game from Switch. Game 2 and game 3 were kind of settled or decided at team decision because there was no reason for Victory Bell to be here. I didn't like it here. And in game 3, when you had a really, really good chance to bring Basque who'd win an end game, it wasn't here. And it makes me question, why bring... What was it? It was what was the last mon in game 3? It was
Mammoth Swine.
Mammoth Swine. Yeah, the mon that got fucked in the ass twice. Yeah.
And also just needed to protect. I don't know why Mammoth was not protecting.
No idea. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say about this. Matthias finally making use of Megalo Punny. So proud.
I'm happy for Matthias. Matthias earned that win. Matthias played well.
Absolutely.
For Switch, concern is starting to rise because Switch has gotten unlucky, but he's now lost 4 sets in a row, and this one was probably the worst in recent memory for him as far as his play.
Yeah.
So it's not a good look, and now he's going to have to venture into Vegas and see what a Farigiraf and Blastoise do. And that is concerning.
Yeah, which we'll talk about that later, but someone upgraded Luke's team again.
Yeah.
God, Luke has one of the best fucking drafts in this league. Holy shit.
Yes, he does.
But other than that, no. Questionable plays, questionable brings from Switch. Overall, I think the play was fine outside of, protecting Mammoth Swine. It just was you kind of lost at team pick sometimes. You really did. I didn't like...
but he could have found outs to it. I feel like he played way too passive game 3, and I feel like he just lost 2 by bringing Victory Bell.
I agree. I do overall agree, but I think it did not help. Team pick did not help at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Overall, Matthias played well. Switch. Better start locking in, man. Better start locking in.
Gotta lock in. Finally, tough division, too.
Oh, yeah, no, it is. And finally, we got, of course, he's now out of the hole. He's 2-4 now. Congratulations against the San Diego Sandstorms. Fuji Fezandipitis versus the San Diego Sandstorms. And, what I can say is this. It was a good set. It was a very, very good set. And I think everything changed for you the minute you picked up Zoroark.
Yes.
Because that mon is crazy. It carried me to finals. That mon was fucking fantastic. It has done so much for I think all 3 of the admins at this point has me, or 3 of the admins, me, you, and Faye have all done incredibly well with this mon. I've done the best. I'm just gonna throw that out here. I took Zoroark the farthest. I'm just gonna say. I don't think this guy. I don't think this guy's getting to finals. That's all I'm saying.
I have plans this week, Tristan. You better watch your mouth, buddy. You better watch your mouth.
But no, really clutch read from Runner game 1, calling Patchy out for being a Zoroark.
Yes, that was an excellent play, and the protect on Gyarados too. Yeah. That was a great
really
play.
Good. Mega Gary has been honestly one of the better brings of
Very
Mold.
consistent guy. Yeah, very
Mold
consistent.
Breaker's really good too. Mold Breaker's really, really good too. But game 2, you Zorak got called out, and everyone else probably would have said Zorak not coming anymore. He ran it back. Yeah. Dylan ran it back and got a bunch of damage for Zorak, winning game 2 that way. And then in game 3, I will say,
do not forget Mega Steelix's contributions.
Yeah, Mega Steelix looked really
Big Dick Licks was killing it in that game.
Really fucking good. Steelix looked great, right? For the first time, Steelix actually looked good in something. I'm proud of him. And then finally, game 3, you were too afraid of Zorak. And this is I understand you're afraid of Zorak. I think Runner thought the Frostlass was a Zorak. There is no fucking reason for a Zorak to be a Frostlass. There's no reason in hell. And that's something I'm going to give you guys a little hit for Dylan, right? Take this as a hit for Dylan. Look at the type matchups. The mon he likes to disguise Zorak the most is Rotom Wash because the types overlap so well.
And now I'm going to disguise it as Frostlass next week. Thank you for diverting everybody's attention.
But at that point, he's just making a bad play, right? So just be aware of that. Because the whole thing is, I don't want Zorak just to farm all of you, right? Focus.
I do.
Of course he does. But that's the one thing. Some of you are way too aware of Zorak, and some of you are not aware enough. Again, it's about finding that balance, right? Think about the possibility. Don't go all in on a play like a fake out into a Rotom, right? When there's a good chance of Zorak's there. But don't completely say, oh, that's definitely a Zorak. Find the balance.
Yeah, find the mid-ground play in those cases, I think. Yeah.
Right.
That's totally fair. I'll go for it.
No, continue.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
End it off. Because I have a
I was going to say, I feel very good about this week. I felt like this matchup was a little bit difficult in prep, too, because of Mega Cam and Farig.
Yeah.
And neither of them came, so that was good.
Neither of them are going to come ever again.
Well, that's true. Not on the same team, at least. I'm feeling pretty darn good. We look to next week where we are going to be taking on the Iberia Wattrels and Big Boosty. So we will see. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I have some words for Boost that'll be going up after this recording. So
yeah. Dude, this man's in overtime. What I can say though is, you outplayed Boost, right? Absolutely mind gamed him.
I outplayed Boost? Wow, I beat Boost already?
No,
Thank you.
Runner,
Thank you.
My bad. You gamed Runner. And hey, you know what? I respect that because I do the same thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! But you know what? My card selection's running a little bit low. Dylan, do you know where I can fill up on cards?
I do, actually. I actually have some. I have some in some boxes upstairs if you need them. But you know where else actually has some good cards? Because mine are probably ancient at this point. Wait, Starlight Games!
Dylan, you have old Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards?
Oh, probably. Yeah, they're probably in my box.
Bring them to Supernova, buddy.
Well, I'm not giving them to you.
What? You don't use them!
No, you don't. No. If I'm going to give them to anybody, I'm going to sell them to Starlight Games so then they can sell them to you at an even higher price.
But let's talk about it. Starlight Games, right? We all love TCGs, or if you don't, you clearly have a brain. But guess what? We all play Pokemon, so clearly we don't have brains enough. And that's why you all play trading card games, or you would like to play a trading card game. And the best way to get into it is getting cards at a cheap price. And there's no better place than Starlight Games. They have great cards at great prices that are good quality. And regardless of what games you play One Piece, you play Pokemon, you play the Yu-Gi-Ohs, you play Magic, you play Battle Card Vanguard. It don't fucking matter. They got cards for you. So please, go checking them out with the links down below, right? Go buy yourself a couple cards. Build yourself a new deck. Hey, maybe you love Stack Attacker so much, maybe you'll make a Stack Attacker deck. Just kidding. We're in Gen 9. Just build a guard deck.
Wasn't Monkadoria a big thing? Didn't Monkadoria?
Do you think I know the Pokemon card TCG meta?
I mean, I don't think you know anything. I don't think you know anything. I think I could say anything and you wouldn't know anything about.
No, that's not true. Guys, go build. What's the best Yu-Gi-Oh deck right now?
You don't even know? You know what you can do? You can probably go ask Starlight Games. They'll probably tell you because this guy sure can.
No, it's Cool Tune. Go buy Cool Tune cards. Cool Tunes.
Whatever tune.
Wait, hold on. How do you spell?
If you want to watch the big tunes, you can
Dylan. Guess how cool is spelled in Cool Tune?
Kool. I don't know.
No, Kewl.
Well, that's cool too with me.
How do you
And yeah, I
spell
guess
tune in that?
I'm not going to bother with it because what's the point when you can go look at Starlight Games and find it? Actually, spell it out for the people, Tristan, so they know what to search.
Kewltune. It's a cool deck. It's a cool deck.
We're listening to some cool tunes. Okay,
That's true.
You know what's some sweet music in my ears, Tristan?
What would that be?
That would be me rising in the standings. I think we need to go check those out a little bit.
Oh, standings. Okay, well, hey, I cannot wait. Let's see y'all in the standings. And welcome to the standings. And of course, we do this bi-weekly. Take a look at the standings, see how y'all are doing. And, we see a God tier boost taking the lead in the Heroes division over Tyler now. Boost 5-1. Only really one bad week against the Moonlight Dracos, who have dropped to 4-2 now, along with the Chappelle Murkroans. So definitely a gap is forming in Heroes, slowly but surely. Heading up the end is Star, of course, with a 1-5, but picking up her first win this week, and I think, honestly, maybe she can make a comeback. This division is definitely the more close division of them all, so I see a chance for Star to make a comeback here. Definitely.
Yeah. No, I definitely see a chance. And, I actually heard there's an operation this week. Now, I'm not going to say too loudly, but there's an Operation Furrets season going on this week to try to help Star.
Oh, beat Rams.
Maybe there's something like that going on.
Okay. All right. Watch your back, Rants. What's the name for y'all? I'm trying to think of a good name. The Rangers?
Monica and I have Monica named us Moid and Foyd, so I don't know if you want to go with that or there's other names I'm sure we could use, but we'll just say Monica and Dozen. Yeah.
Regardless, I think Star has a good chance to turn the season around. Just continuing with the play or how you played today, right? Or not today, but this week, right? Really, really good. Jumping up to the next two, Nue and Izzy. Izzy,
issues for both.
Yeah, I think Nue, it's both a team and I think it's a team building and play issue, especially for building. I don't know.
Roster construction is a myth.
Yeah, right now. No, it's pretty bad. Again, your first time bringing Starmie this season, to my knowledge, right?
I think he brought in one. He brought in the other set he won.
Oh, cool. Oh, shocker. The two sets you win when you brought Starmie. Just saying, something to think about. But yeah, point being, right, you're not bringing Starmie enough. Just questionable positions. Rely on Garga way too much. I don't get it. Just overall.
Hey, it didn't come this week.
And you won. You won. Izzy, I think, is a completely of a play issue. I think the team should not be 2-4.
I think the team is still having.
It has flaws. It's not 2-4 worthy though. It's definitely not 2-4 worthy.
That's fair.
It should be a lot. Zard, Y, and Gambit themselves should not be a 2-4 team. They should be up there.
If I speak on King Gambit, Faye's gonna have shooters after me, but I don't know about that King Gambit guy. No, that's all I'm gonna say.
No, Gambit's fantastic.
I agree. This week it was, but
you're tied with Izzy, so you better watch your goddamn mouth. That's all.
Hey, look, I can say whatever I want. Big Dozey speaks however Big Dozey wants, but I just ain't sure.
And that's why you keep taking those L's. But yeah, overall, I think they need both these teams really need to. I think Nue needs to smooth out the roster a bit more, bring Starmie more, and I think Izzy really, really needs to just kind of focus a bit more when she's playing. Other than that, I mean, again, I think both these teams, especially Izzy, I think Izzy has a chance to make a good comeback. I'm hoping the best because we love to see Zard Y succeed. Anyway,
we do.
Yes, I do. Anyway, let's jump into the 3-3ers. We have Lug and Olive, or the Valiants and the Mences, and Olive. Yeah, I think the main issue is now the special physical.
Now Olive is making a trade to acquire Empoleon and Rotomel.
Not bad. That helps a lot. Lug, on the other hand,
has made a trade to acquire a Dracos. We'll get into it a little bit.
I think he might have a nuclear bomb. So watch out, everyone above him. I think Lug has a good chance of shooting up.
Congrats to the Rudes of Cairo for being able to fight for Rigoraph Blastoise this upcoming week.
And then we have the Murkroans versus the Dracos at 4-2. I think the Murkroans overall they deserve their position. They made some very questionable weeks. They've had some questionable weeks. But overall, I think the play has been better than not, and they deserve their position.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fine, and I think the Dracos have benefited from a very easy schedule.
Yeah,
I think his
I
play
think
has been at least okay in most weeks, but I think that easy schedule really helped him out to start the season.
the plays have been questionable most of the time. Most of the time, it's like it's fine. It's just enough to get by, but you can tell when his season starts getting harder, that's not enough now. It's not enough
Yeah.
just to get by. You need to have good plays, and I think this was by far some of the worst play I've seen from Pierre this year or this season. It was just bad. It was bad. Both these teams played really, really badly, and I don't think either of them deserved the win, but one of them had to. And then on the top, Boost. Really well, really good. One bad week, which we know was for the Pierre week, right? Other than that, Boost has played immaculate. Fantastic building, fantastic sets. I really like his roster. He has a very, very just even.
I don't
good,
love his roster. He doesn't have much damage whatsoever on that roster. But yeah, it's decent.
It's good.
He's just very creative. That's the big aspect.
He's a very good player, and he's creative with his sets. So I think it's working well for him. I'm glad to see Boost succeed. I think he deserves it. But overall, Hero's still very even. I could see Star, which is taking up the rear right now, taking more of a mid position. And I can see some of these people dropping in these mid-season weeks because while some of these players have really, really good... some of them have good or better averages. I don't know how long that's going to last. I think a lot of them had some more easy sets. They've been bailed out by luck a couple of times. I think the ones I expect, if this level of play continues, I think Star is going to be moving up. I think Luke is going to be moving up. I think Pierre is probably going to be moving down. I think Tyler is going to probably be where he is or move down.
Yeah.
If Niue starts bringing good teams, I can see him moving up, but we'll see.
I don't think he has the ability to bring good teams. His roster is so thin.
Yeah, it's not great. But I mean, Gale Wing's Talonflame is a good start.
I like Flame Body. I'm a bigger Flame Body.
Just throw that out. But let's jump over to the Villains division, which is a lot more close.
Yes. There's essentially the Furrets and Gatrs are up top, and they look great, both of them.
Right? Let's run through this.
And then everybody else is
Oh yeah, let's run through this real quick. So, first and foremost, Matthias. Very iffy throughout the season. I think they're finally getting their footsteps a bit. They've been bringing Mega Lopunny in the past couple weeks, and I like that. Their play this week was actually fairly good. I want to see that continue. If you continue that, you're going to be moving up. Really great. I think Runner is honestly making use of a roster that isn't that great. Honestly,
I think his roster was getting better, and now he
made it worse. Yeah, and that is true. He made it a lot worse when we'll talk about trades. But overall, I think he's like his roster. I thought at the beginning, and I still think kind of now, was kind of iffy, but he was doing pretty well. In the face of that, right? And I think it's impressive. Dylan's finally making a comeback a little bit. I think his Zoroark is really, really good. He got screwed a couple sets. He got screwed with some luck shit. I'm gonna be real. He had some questionable sets. Switch actually laid him out. That wasn't
Switch beat me to death. No, I should be 4-2 right now.
That was one of the most dominant. Dude, if a couple other sets didn't happen, that would have been one of the most dominant sets of the season by far.
I still almost won game one there, so I don't know if it's called stop it. But yeah.
He destroyed you game two, man.
He did. No, he obliterated me.
Switch started off looking really good. Yeah, Switch started off looking really good, got unlucky, but now the luck streak's kind of ended, and now it's more of his play is kind of slipping. Last week
against Monica. And the other issue is when you lose 4 in a row, like Switch has, how do you recover mentally? Like, it becomes a problem. Like, do you get that out of your head when you play? It's hard.
Yeah, and Switch especially has been a player who gets in his own head quite a bit, so he really needs to jump back. But I think his play overall this season has been pretty good. The last 2 weeks have been kind of disappointing. But yeah, just get in there, man. I can see you moving up quite a bit. Faye, expect Faye to keep dropping. This set
I
is
think Faye's lucky to be where
yeah.
they are right
I
now,
think
honestly.
3-3 for Faye in this division is incredible. Because I don't see that lasting.
Because the roster has sucked. The roster is still
It's
sucking,
it's
and
it's
their
bad.
play has not been spectacular. Like, they're
No,
playing fine most weeks, but it's not
no,
spectacular.
it's not a good roster at all. I see them falling. I see Switch overtake. I see Switch can overtake. I think you can overtake. I think Runner could have overtaken, and I think Matthias can overtake. Faye's roster is just not good. Um, Ivy's actually looking better. I think Ivy could move up from here, or at least I think Ivy is very, very possible to
Ivy's
keep
in
this
good
third.
shape,
Yes.
especially getting Basque Legion F,
Oh yeah,
which we'll talk about.
and of course the trades last week I think has benefited them really well as well. So I think Ivy has honestly, if they keep on this level, I think they got top 4 locked down. I really do. And then the top 2. These are 2 of the best players this season, Monica and Rance. Fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah. I don't see either of them shifting much. I could see Rance starting to lose if people pick up on things with his team and have counters available for it, because right now his team kind of has to bring the same thing a lot of weeks. Mm-hmm. So it depends on if you have the counters available for it.
Right, yeah. But luckily for him, fighting types are definitely more rare nowadays. Good fighting types.
Hey, Quackquavel's a free agent. If somebody needs something, Quackquavel is sitting in free agency right now. I'm just saying.
I don't know if Quackquavel got that in him. I'm gonna be real with you, man.
I think Quack can quack around a little bit.
But regardless, what I can say is Rance looks dominant. Monica is still, even with the loss, she still is dominant. Definitely front runners. If you want my honest opinion this season, who looks good for finals in Villains division, who I'm betting on right now, quote me right now. All right, I think it's going to be Rance, Monica.
Well, remember, it could be from either division for finals, so just keep that in mind. It's it could be 2 heroes, 2 villains.
Oh, is that how we're doing this?
Well, it's always reseeded for playoffs, so it could end up being 2 heroes against each other or 2 villains against each other.
Well, no, that's all I'm saying. But we're grabbing 4 from villains, 4 from heroes, right?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Provided they have a winning record, yes.
Yeah. So my initial assumptions so far: Rance looks really good, Monica looks really good, Ivy is a safe bet, and I think it's gonna be between Dylan and Switch. If we jump over to heroes, just guessing, Boost is probably gonna be making in. I think Tyler's got a good chance. Yeah. I think Lug is looking a lot more dominant, and it's kind of a
Olive for the 4 spot.
Olive's kind of safe. I still think if Star just wins out, I think it's possible. I think Izzy could turn around if.
I think it's a lot to ask somebody to win out. Just given the format. So I think that's why I'm gonna go.
That is true. I think Olive is more likely, right? I think that's who my top 4 is probably going to be right now. I think Pierre's going to be dropping off as his schedule is going to be getting harder throughout the season. So overall, that's the standings for the week. Really, really close, especially for the villains division. I'm excited. Heroes looking a little bit more lopsided, but I think it's fun. I think there's some really, really dominant threats, but I think Boost by far is kind of ruling that division. I don't think there's really necessarily an argument for otherwise. So. Anything else you have to say?
No. Well, no, I don't really have much else to say about the standings, but I think we need to take it back to the studio, Tristan, because I have a surprise for everybody.
All right. Well, hey, we'll see y'all. Well, actually, here. We'll just hop right back into the studio. Hey, Dylan, how you doing, man?
Oh, man, this is crazy. How'd you teleport us?
We didn't have to cut. Listen, man, magic powers. All right, I'm main hero for a reason.
No, I think Big Dozey's pretty magical, but man, maybe you got some magic too. That's crazy. No, but you know what, Tristan? I have a surprise for everybody. Last week, you remember Draft Center last week,
Yes.
I said that, my fan base were very inclusive.
And I remember doubting that heavily, and I still do, but yeah.
But I have great news to prove our inclusivity.
Oh, okay.
We are going to be releasing Big Dozey Pride Month merch. You can get Big Dozey Believer in rainbow letters. It's going to be up on the screen right now. Tristan will throw it up in post. And I'll be releasing the pricing details and everything probably around Wednesday when this episode goes up. But yeah, it's a great shirt. Everybody should be wearing it around the world. We want to celebrate Pride in the month of June.
This man's the biggest fucking LARPer of all time. I don't think
I'm
there's a
not a
bigger
LARPer. I
LARPer.
support.
This
I
this
support.
this is like CEOs saying, "I support Pride. Let me throw up the Xbox LGBTQ logo for June." And then next month they're like, "By the way, we fired a bunch of queer people." That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. Next season, July rolls around, he's like, "Guys, Monica's been dropped from big Dozey Studios. You know, creative differences." That's all I'm saying. So I guess while the getting is good, guys, grab your big Dozey Pride merch because clearly he ain't being that prideful for much longer. So hey, bask
No,
in it for a
I
little
am
bit.
always prideful. I support the LGBT community. I respect people from all backgrounds, Tristan. And I think this Pride Month merch really shows my respect for the community. See, here's something, Tristan. Little Tristy over here wants to talk, right? Little Tristy wants to talk. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. You know, Big Duzzy's got plans to deal with this guy. Now, I know it's Pride Month. I have to respect him, but I got plans to deal with him.
I don't know if you're gonna be respected too much. If what from the rumors I've heard, I don't know if I'm gonna get much respect here.
Well, you know what we got to talk about now,
What's
Tristan.
up,
You know what we got
man?
to go into
Yeah.
after that amazing segment. I hope everyone liked the shirt design. You know, but we got to tear it all up now because we got to talk about some transactions. Yes.
He's done being prideful, guys. He's sick of all the queer people.
That's not what I meant. No. We can keep being pride. We can keep pride going on. Like we can take pride in what we do and everything, and we can keep the month going. But we got to talk about these transactions in week 6 because I have some words.
Yeah,
I have some words.
Yeah, I know.
So, Farigarath for Alolan Ninetales. Let's just start there.
It's dog shit. It's utter dog shit.
So we're gonna give the team Mega Blastoise, Aerodactyl, and Garchomp. We're gonna give it Farigarath just for funsies, pretty much. And we're gonna take Alolan Ninetales to support our Rotom Frost.
Luke is just playing format, bro.
Luke is playing format, and XC Runner also acquired another Mega Evolution for funsies. Just for funsies at this point. You know, he's becoming New A. I think some, like, brain cell transference or something happened. Because you look at it now, and suddenly he has Mega Gardevoir and Mega Meowstic. And it's like, I feel like we're just redeveloping the Psychic-type All-Mega team.
Yeah, no, it just moves from one to the other.
Yeah, I don't know how this has happened. And you look at his roster right now, and there's like, what is that? That's 7 Pokemon, and 5 of them are Megas in like one line. And it's like, I don't know what we're doing. We have a Sinistra, and we have no TR mode to speak of now.
Nope.
So what is Sinistra doing?
Doing what
just going to be a redraw.
Doing what Farigarath did. Nothing.
Pretty much. It's going to be homeless pretty soon. But no, like, it's crazy. And then you have another trade that Professor Dynamite didn't really like. Basculegion F for Mega Scizor, which I get it. Basculegion F has performed great this season, but a team really cannot. Like you can't roster 3 ghost types reasonably when you're trying to bring multiple.
But when I'm thinking of like the ghost types on Monica's roster, I'm not saying
Golurk and Gourgeist, and Gourgeist just came every week.
And I know that, but I don't know. Maybe it's also a comfortability thing. Gourgeist has worked so far. I just think Basculegion female is just way too dominant for the adaptability.
Yeah, but she also grabbed Milotic, so it's like, when are you bringing Milotic and Bass?
I guess, but then I already questioned the Milotic trade.
Well, that's fair then, if that's like where the starting point is. But once you make that move, I think it's totally reasonable to say, I can go get Mega Scizor and I can dump Mega Beedrill.
Sure, I just think she's making her team, like, it's not like horribly worse, but it's like incrementally worse, and I think that's where we're kind of getting on. But regardless, I don't think it's the worst trade. I think the Farigarath trade is a lot.
Well, I think everybody thinks the Farigarath trade is worse.
Yeah.
And then another one I wanted to talk about here. Blinds and Cairo made a late trade. I think it was the last trade of the week, actually. Aegislash and Crocodile for Mamoswine and Sableye, and a lot of people have been saying that I've heard so many different opinions on this
It's
trade.
dog
Because
shit.
some people say Sableye is the best Pokemon ever. Why would you ever get rid of it?
No, it's dog shit. It benefits Switch so much more than it benefits Faye. 100%.
See, I see a benefit in Faye because I think Mamoswine is better for their team than Crocodile. And I think Switch needs Crocodile, by the way. I think that is good for Switch. I think Aegislash is doing nothing every week for Faye. I think that just is what it is.
That's the thing, though. I don't think that's Aegis' fault. I think it's Faye's fault. Faye has been positioning it horribly. That's been a thing. That has been a thing. It's been positioned horribly. It has had no chance to succeed. I think that Switch is going to get a lot of usage out of it. Ghost Steel, very fucking good. And that Mon hits hard and has great defenses, great move pull. I love that Mon. That Mon is very
And I think there is something to be said about taking pressure off Lucario, too. Because now you can use your other Megas easier.
Exactly.
So there's
Exactly. I think that it's a great grab for Switch's team. I think this is a very one-sided trade. And I think Sableye has its uses. I don't think it's that good. I think maybe it might work on Faye's team, but again, it's that central idea of Faye I don't feel enough of an offensive threat on their team, and this isn't helping.
That's true. And then there's one more transaction I have to... Oh, go for it.
Kruk was a big reason that they picked up a win recently, too, because it was a very good offensive threat that vibed very well with Clef.
Now, could Mamoswine do similarly? Probably.
Well, and... I mean, maybe, but again, Mamo is a little bit more risky in certain games. It has better it has better stabs, but it's weaker defensively. I don't know.
Sure. It also has an Intimidate immunity, which is nice. It has Thick Fat, which is nice. So,
that's nice. That's not bad, but I would rather an Intim itself to keep it to, bolster its bulkiness a little bit, especially considering, one of Kruk's main weaknesses was fighting types. Because it's a dark type, fighting is incredibly good, strong typing, right? And Intim just kind of fucks over fighting, because what are you going to do? You're going to bring out your Zoroark and Focus Blast it?
Maybe I will.
Yeah, I think this is very Switch favored.
Okay, that's fair. And then the last footnote to mention here, that I have to mention, because somebody would kill me if I don't bring it up. Flapple replaced Tauros. And I think Flapple has to be one of the worst Pokemon available in the Champions right now.
Dude, I don't give a shit. It's a shitty Mon for a shittier Mon, but
No, Tauros isn't bad. Tauros is a 110 speed Intimidate in this format. I don't think that's bad. It hits hard, too. I don't think Tauros is a bad Pokemon.
It's not that good, Dylan. Now, is it better than... Is it better? Yeah.
I think Tauros is a, round 10-ish Mon, probably. And I think Flapple is around 18 Mon. So I think there is a pretty big gap here.
I'm so depressed this week, man. It doesn't give a shit, bro.
Okay.
Dude,
it doesn't move the needle for you.
I don't give a shit, man. I'm still thinking about Farigiraf for Ninetales, bro. I don't know.
Okay. Well, Tristan, I think it's a perfect time then. Do you know what time it is? I introduced it last week. I'll let you do the honors this week.
I'm also picking it this week, and I don't want to. I already have my thoughts for it. You're gonna have to let me. You're gonna have to trust me.
Okay. I'll trust you. I'll trust you all the way. You got it.
Guys, it's my favorite time of the week. It's Rat of the Week.
God damn it, Switch!
All right, Dylan.
Tristan Jenkins.
Let me tell you something. We've had multiple 1-rat weeks. We've had a 2-rat week.
Oh no, where is this going?
We haven't had a 3-rat week, but I don't think we need one, because I think I think we got a fucking infestation. I think there are 4 stinking rats in our league, and their names are Pierre, Tyler, Newey, and Izzy. Holy shit! What were you thinking? Those were some of the worst sets I have seen. Some of the worst plays I've seen. Now, listen, Listen. Before you start pointing fingers, is you start saying, no, Pierre looked worse. Pierre starts saying, no, Nue looked worse. I don't give a shit. I expected better for all of you. From all of you. It doesn't matter if one rat beat the other rat. Don't give a fucking I don't fucking care. I don't pay to watch rats fight, okay? I don't want to watch that. It's not fun. It's not fun. I'm sure Mr. Rat Supreme over here does. I don't. I was like, we were watching a rat mosh pit. The rat gulag.
You know, you got a point there, Tristan. But you know what I'm gonna say to that? To all of this?
Huh?
Hit the rat intro again.
Yeah, right. Hit the rat intro again.
God damn it, Switch!
No, why do we hit the rat intro again?
Because I know it's gonna hurt the budget. I know Professor Dynamite's gonna kill us. But there's one more rat. You missed the rat that was on the ship.
Who?
XC Runner for giving Rat to the team with Mega Blastoise.
Shit! Shit! We have a fifth rat! A fifth rat hit the building! Holy shit!
There are too many rats.
Dylan! I need to play the intro again, Dylan! I gotta play the intro!
God damn it, Switch!
Dylan, you might be asking why I hit the rat button again!
Why did you?
You wanna know who the biggest rat is?
Who?
Us for letting these players interact!
You know, Tristan, you got a point there. I'm not gonna lie to you. And you know what? Hit the rat.
I'm hitting it again! One more time!
God damn it, Switch!
Who's the rat this time, Dylan?
It's gonna be you after this week, after Big Dozey gets his hands on you.
Okay, no, that's not okay, man. Cut that rat.
Keep
No,
that rat editing, Tristan.
Hey, reverse the rat. The rat counter go down by one.
We have too many rats
reduce
before.
the rat. Reduce the rat. You know what? Fuck it. No rat. Do the rat intro again.
God damn it, Switch!
I mean,
Yeah,
look, Tristan.
You cool with calling Faye a rat? I think we can settle on that.
I think we can call Faye a rat for the fact that their roster is the way. Yeah, we can call Faye a rat.
So what is that? That's the sixth rat. That's the sixth rat.
I think we're at way more than six. It was like me and you. We had like the 4, so that's 6. I called you a rat again, so it's 7. I think we're at 8. I think we're at 8 rats.
Okay, one more time. Okay, welcome back. I think we need to call Monica a rat too. I think we. Really,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why? Why is Monica a rat?
I don't know. It's kind of a soul read.
Okay.
It's just kind of a feeling. Yeah.
So we're at 9 rats. Okay, I think we've hit enough rats.
I'm really thinking. Hold up. Yeah,
I think we're good. I think we've hit the max quota of rats. I think we're max capacity.
I think that's enough, right? Hey, and then Tristan, you don't need another one. You know, I think we're at like the budget can't take it anymore. Okay, the budget can't take it anymore. All right, we
there is one more rat, but I don't think we need to play the intro. I think I got this one. I think I can just
Dylan, don't call it a rat, or the intro's gonna play. It's part of the contract.
Well, I'm sorry. Then play the intro.
The budget can't take this. Please stop.
No, I know, but guess what? Guess who the biggest joke of the budget is? It's Professor Dynamite and his stupid rules regarding his stupid budget. And he's gonna talk like this.
Burner's then gonna no, Burner, don't do it.
I heard Big Dozey call me a rat. You want to talk about the rattiest person that's been the entire season? is no other than our big boss. Man can't stay on a budget. Man has to put in his bets with another team because he can't do anything to make his team good, even though he got Frost last and already made a swindle.
And then we're going to go into everything else. We got to blame everybody about everything else. Getting arguments about every single time someone makes a move, or if this is happening, or about Komodo, or about fucking Volcarona. And guess what? 90% of the time, he's been wrong.
He always thinks he's right about everything when it comes to Pokemon. Just think about this. How about you're just the eternal rat this season? Because you're in the league, and now you're still trying to give somebody else the win, and then by default trying to make their team better, which is making it worse. I wish there was another word for rat. If there was a version of rat that was like Possum Street, filth rat, I would make that up for you. But on the worst part of it, I'm ending my segment here. You're taking rat of the week from me when it's my segment. I haven't had any part of rat of the week since week 0. So yes, Dozen, you're the rat of the entire season 10.
We're done. No more rat button.
I'll get my revenge on him one day.
No more rat button. Please.
No more rat. It's all good. We're all good.
Bro, we have a fucking infestation, bro.
I know.
But
and, I mean, I've seen them everywhere. Okay.
Anyway, I think we're all good.
I think we can head out, Tristan. I think we can go home now. I don't think there's any more.
If there's another, if a rat fucking walks in this room when we leave, okay, I'm gonna do the exit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you all for coming to the Week 6 review. We'll see you all.
Hey guys.
God damn it, Sweat!